Hi, so this week is entitled How Big Is This? And I guess you can guess from the title that we're going to be focusing on size. So you will already be incorporating size language into your everyday, but this week just want us to think a bit more about what we can do to really focus in on the things that are bigger and smaller. So at their age, between 1 and 2, they will be observing that things are different, but we can really help them to start understanding that by putting in the correct language. And so that's going to be our focus this week. So what can we focus in on? The everyday objects around the home, and if we're able to get out, what's out and about that we can really introduce big, small, little, large, those kinds of words to really start to notice that things are bigger than others. So things in the home might be shoes, so compare their shoes to your shoes. Beds, so compare their bed to your bed. Clothes, the need for clothes to fit us, so some clothes need to be small for smaller people and bigger for bigger people. Cutlery at feeding time, meal times. Small knives and forks, small spoons, teaspoons, dessert spoons, tablespoons. If you're making a cake with them, observing they're helping out maybe, and you have measuring spoons, compare the size of those. Cars when you're out and about, small cars, big cars. And buildings, small buildings, large buildings, houses, small houses, big houses. Absolutely anything. Trees, big trees, little trees, anything. Really start to notice, draw their attention to it, and then you could even start asking which is the small one, which is the big one, and that kind of thing, and offering them different sizes of foods and see which ones they choose. Obviously their favourite foods they're going to want more of, and just see what you can focus in on. Take some photographs if you're able to and share them with us in the next Zoom. And yeah, come with your ideas, tell us all about it. Also, have a think about how you can be a bit silly. So get silly with size. So things like if they've got a toy box, what can we put in your toy box? So put the toys in. Could we put your bed in your toy box? And then be a bit silly. Could we put you in your toy box? And quite likely they'll fit inside their toy box. Could we put mummy inside your toy box? Could we put daddy inside your toy box? All those kinds of getting a bit silly and see what their reaction is. Do they realise that they can't get their bed in their toy box? They can't get you in their toy box, but they could get themselves in their toy box. And those kinds of things. Play-Doh is another great way of introducing fun activity and talking about size, and also good for talking about shape and colours. So we've got the Play-Doh recipe that you hopefully received on the activity card in your pack when you first started Early Start. And so make the Play-Doh with them, and then when you're playing with it you could roll small balls, big balls, snakes, long snakes, short snakes, big snakes, little snakes. All that kind of size language can start to be introduced and really focused in on. And one more thing, can you make up a song or a few songs about the size of things? Make up a song about your silly size ideas, make up a song about the more serious ones, make up a song to go with your Play-Doh that you're playing with. Introduce song. And I've got some really interesting research that we talked about last year, which I'll pop into the video next. What is the value of using songs and rhymes? Studies have shown that songs have a more profound effect on brain development compared to speech. Babies can regulate their emotions better with singing. The rhythm and pattern of singing is effective. Also, in language development, singing is often a group activity. Everyone joins in, unlike speech, which is turn-taking. Therefore, singing builds stronger connections. For this activity, you'll need a clear plastic bag that you can seal at the top and a permanent marker, so you can draw 2 snowmen of differing sizes and lots of things to compare size and number. Then fill your bag with cotton wool balls and add water until the cotton wool balls are drenched. It's such a lovely, touchy-feely activity once you've got this done. Do need to be careful if you've got nails that you don't puncture the plastic and then end up with wet everywhere. But the sound of the plastic is great, and just moving the cotton wool balls around to make the snowmen. I think this is just a really nice investigative activity. The whole activity, putting it together, will be intriguing for the children, and also the end product for just moulding the wet cotton wool to make the snowman. I think you're going to have fun with this as well.